The desert, a region where most see dry sand, danger, and an extreme lack of potential. Here is the site of Saudi Arabia's next vast development, and one of the most ambitious construction projects in the world. A country that is 90% desert, Saudi Arabia is accustomed to battling with the elements and reshaping the land to meet their needs. And as the country looks to diversify and increase its public service sectors, Neom holds many solutions to the country's challenges. But how can a city built in the desert change the future of a country as large and powerful as Saudi Arabia? There are many aspects to this, which we'll be covering throughout the video. Set where the desert meets the Red Sea with the glory of the ocean rolling before it, Neom aims to reduce the country's dependence on oil, provide new business spaces, increase trade, offer homes to millions of people, serve as a tourist destination, and more. It has been dubbed the most ambitious city ever built. It will feature breathtaking architecture, extraordinary green spaces, and stunning artificial waterways, plus unparalleled tech and unique design. The term smart city is somewhat misleading when it comes to Neom, as it is so much more than a city. This is a vast development that covers 26,500 square kilometers and encompasses a linear city, an oceanic floating industrial complex, and a global trade hub. It will contain The Line, a skyscraper spanning 100 miles which will eventually become home to millions of people. It was conceived in 2017 and is a mega project that encompasses a myriad of different areas and concepts. It will also include a giant floating port known as the Oxagon, which will cover almost 100 square miles and will be the home to the city's research and industrial hubs, allowing global trade to take place, as well as housing an oceanographic research center. Many challenges lie ahead of this project, however. Although Saudi Arabia is a country known for its skill in crafting the desert sands to their liking, creating such a vast city in such a hostile space is no easy feat. Turning desert sands into livable land is not easy, and the buildings will have to be designed to withstand the hostility of the desert. Combine that with the fact that this is possibly the biggest building project on the planet, and it's obvious that there are going to be some serious hurdles to overcome. There are also significant design challenges, environmental challenges, financial challenges, political challenges, and technological challenges. Neom will require enormous work, dedication, and investment if it's truly to come into being. One of the major difficulties is the site's location. Sited at the northern tip of the Red Sea, Neom is some distance from all other significantly populated areas, which means that getting materials and workers to the site is difficult and costly, and businesses are reluctant to get involved. The project's scale is daunting. The project is going to involve moving millions of cubic meters of earth just to create The Line, which will be 2 skyscrapers of around 500 meters tall and 170 kilometers long. Their walls will enclose the city, and many have pointed out that the sheer scale of the project is daunting and immensely costly. However, the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, who is driving the project, does not seem deterred. They've already launched the largest piling operation in the world. Piling is a technique that sets deep foundations to give buildings their stability. It involves driving a hard material into the ground to support the structure, and for something as tall as The Line, it's going to have to hold up some serious weight. Piling is at the core of many construction projects and requires heavy machinery. Over 4,500 piles have been driven in for The Line alone, and the site has over 250 excavators and 2,000 trucks working all day every day just to shift the material. Images released by construction companies have shown a large line being cut into the surface of the ground, stretching as far as the eye can see, indicating that in spite of the challenges represented by this vast construction project, it is making progress. However, it's clear that we are still at a very early stage, and it's likely that other serious challenges will arise as construction begins. Apart from the technical challenges involved in the building of such a vast structure in such hostile terrain, many experts have pointed out that to be livable, Neom will require immensely energy-intensive cooling systems. Desert temperatures can be very high and are likely to rise as climate change continues. However, Neom's home has been chosen with care. It's being built in an area surrounded by high mountains, with sea breezes bringing lower temperatures and helping to naturally cool the area. Although cooling is likely to remain a significant challenge for the city, architectural plans show many natural green spaces, which will also help to lower the temperatures. Furthermore, plans indicate that Neom will be entirely operated on solar power and wind, with thousands of panels and turbines generating all the power the megacity will require. If these plans come to fruition and can output enough power to cope with the extensive cooling systems, this will overcome the temperature issues. The next challenge to be overcome lies in the timeline and the finances. The first phase of the line is expected to see completion by 2030, and images released in February 2024 demonstrate that much work has been done on the excavation and foundations of the land. However, that leaves just 6 years to finish the foundations and then construct the actual buildings. The line is planned to be 500 meters tall, and while that's not the tallest skyscraper in the world, it would be the third tallest in the country, and possibly about the 12th tallest in the world. To complete it in just 6 years is no small feat. That's especially true when we consider the fact that the line is intended to run on 100% renewable energy and house millions of people. It will also provide parks, flying taxis or helicopters, waterfalls, public schools, and high-speed railways that can transport citizens around in just 20 minutes. To create such a structure in 6 years is unquestionably a construction challenge. The construction efforts have also seen a major social impact and have come under heavy criticism. The displacement of the Hawitat tribe and the penalties imposed on those who refuse to move have attracted serious controversy, and ongoing protests continue. This has come alongside major criticism of the environmental impact of Neom, with some experts insisting that any environmental benefits the city can offer will fail to measure up to the cost of its construction. However, designers and engineers are working hard to create a space that will be net zero, and statements suggest that 95% of the land will be retained for natural uses, including ambitious rewilding projects. Although it's not clear how these will be implemented yet, part of the reason for the line's unusual design is to capitalize on upward space, allowing millions of people to be housed in a remarkably small area, and thus minimizing impact on the surrounding landscape. The project will also encompass the Neom Nature Reserve, which will host one of the biggest rewilding programs in the world. The project plans to restore natural habitats and ecosystems, and in March 2023, prior to an extreme E-race occurring in the area, there was a mass release of Arabian sand gazelles, red-necked ostrich, and Arabian oryx, native but threatened species that have not roamed the area for many years. This is part of the Saudi Green Initiative and combines with Neom's efforts to put sustainability at the core of its construction approach. It's also important to recall that Neom as a whole is part of Saudi Arabia's movement away from oil by refocusing on tourism and trade. Many other construction challenges lie in the building of Neom. Experts have pointed out that because of its remote location, it will be necessary to construct transport links through the mountains. And although Neom will be home to several airports, transport may prove challenging for those not wishing to fly. The intention to create the first ski resort in the Gulf Cooperation Council is a particularly good illustration of just how ambitious this project is. The idea of going skiing in the desert really indicates that this is a no-holds-barred approach to shaping the land to the pleasures of humans. It's also notable that the project will cost a minimum of $500 billion, with some estimates ranging much higher. Although the government is paying for the project, they have been seeking loans to cover some of the costs, and in the summer of 2023, it was reported that they were looking for $2.7 billion to pay for the line. Although it's not clear where this loan was acquired, it's thought that local lenders were likely involved. When Neom is completed, it's going to become a hub of travel, trade, recreation, and comfortable living. The line is just one aspect of creating a livable environment in the desert, with every amenity available to citizens combined with the ultimate green solutions to provide constant clean power. Designs show large amounts of greenery reflecting the city's move towards sustainability, and the megacity's plan to incorporate everything needed for comfortable living. There's also a plan to draw wealthy and innovative individuals individuals who might take up residence in the city, establishing a hub of creativity and money. Spokespeople for the project have envisioned it becoming another Silicon Valley, a space where digital sciences, biotechnology, and growth can be developed. Artificial intelligence will be at the core of Neom's existence. And with the Oceanographic Research Center, its scientific aspirations are clear. There's also been talk of nanobiology, stem cell research, and bioengineering. In short, Neom could become the center of development. Furthermore, it's hoped that the city could usher in a new era of sustainable construction and carbon-neutral living. With its focus on green energy generation and rewilding, it's intended as an example of eco-friendliness and forms a significant part of Saudi Arabia's new green approach. If successful, it could inspire other similar cities, serving as oases in inhospitable environments, and maximizing livable space with the minimal impact on the surrounding world. To conclude, Neom is one of the most ambitious projects ever envisaged, and although it's in the early stages and faces many challenges in terms of construction, it could represent a new, bright future for millions of people. It brings together the latest technology, sustainability, and amenities, combining everything into one megacity, where both residents and visitors have their every need met. It also marks a bold move away from oil, representing the country's dedication to finding other solutions and tackling problems head-on. Excited for more construction wonders? Click the video on your screen to unravel Everton's $970 million new stadium. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to join our community and stay updated with all our latest wonders. See you there.